Hey, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Got a beautiful day going off in Hawaii today, and I hope it's beautiful where you are too. Yeah, really nice today. So several weeks ago I was laying in bed reading late at night, and I started thinking I might need some outdoor motion sensor lights for areas I sometimes walk out to at night and I don't want to pack a flashlight. I hadn't done even a Google search on the thing, just was thinking about it. Next morning, the people at Cinoton reached out to me, asked me if I wanted to do a review on some outdoor motion sensor lights, and I was just like, wow. But that's happened to me before, where I'm only having the idea in my head, and then I get an advertisement or something along these lines completely out of the blue without doing any Google searches, and there it is. So it made me wonder, how do they know what I'm thinking? Okay, so let's go into it. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. Let's see what we got in today's review. My head exploded like that plant on this, though. And here's a picture on Amazon of what this couple of lights that they sent out look like and what they are. These are the Cinoton motion sensor outdoor light, dusk to dawn, black farmhouse barn outdoor light fixtures. It says large vintage exterior porch light, wall mount. They are flush mount, 2-pack, gold interior, outside wall sconce, lighting for house, garage, etc. They did give me a choice of several models to choose from. They have quite a few out there. I chose the one that I thought would fit in best out here, and it was packed very well. For those of you that are interested in how it arrived, and it came with 2 of these domes. I've already taken one out and started to assemble it, but packed very good. 2 of these on top here, and then the inside was packed well too, and there was 2 of these as well, the light fixture itself. And you can see there's the motion sensor on the front of this. And then in the back, packed underneath that mounting plate, are a couple of wire nuts and a couple extra screws. It is a flush mount, as you can see. The instructions included with it are for how to tie this in and have it hardwired into your house through an outlet or a switch. Pretty sturdy, heavy duty. That thing's not gonna bend any. So yeah, packed very well. And the basic assembly of this couldn't be easier. You just unscrew this, which matches the inside. Take it, slip it right into the top, and then turn that over. And then screw it back in. Give it an extra turn, and there, just like that. So, and then here's the motion sensor on it, right there. Solid. And these lights have 3 different settings. The first one is called an auto mode, which means it's off in the daytime, and at nighttime with no motion it stays off, and then when motion is detected it comes on to 100% full brightness. And they do recommend using a dimmable type of LED. I don't have one for these purposes, but in the other one that I've got hooked up already, I did notice that it did come on in a lot lower wattage and then higher with movement. So we'll test that out this evening and see how it really functions. In the daytime, it's not the best time to test these functions. And anyway, getting on to the auto mode, motion detected, 100% brightness. After 2 minutes with no motion detected, the light goes back off. Then there's another mode called Auto Plus mode. Daytime, of course, it's off. No motion, it stays on at 35% brightness. And then when motion is detected, it ramps it up to 100% of the brightness of the bulb. After 2 minutes with no motion detected, it kicks it back down to 35% brightness. So this would be the mode you'd want if you wanted to always have light on once the sun goes down, even just at a lower volume of light. And then if you walk out there, it kicks it up a little bit higher. And then the last mode that they have on this is a manual mode, and it's just auto off in the daytime and auto on in the nighttime. So you can use it on a switch and just turn it on when you want it on and turn it off when you want it off. So that's pretty versatile. I really like that. You can have it to where if it's an area you're going to walk out to at night and you want some light to just kick on as soon as it detects you're out there, you've got some light. And then when you walk away, after a couple of minutes, it goes off. And I will mention it has an IP65 rating, so it's suitable for wet outdoor locations. Out here, with the amount of rain we get and how it sometimes comes in sideways, I'm going to be mounting this under cover, which is what would work for me anyway out here, as I have a lot of covered walk space, so I can walk around at night, not in the rain, and I need a little extra lighting. So it does say it's good for outdoors. I'm not going to be, it will be outdoors technically, but it's going to be under cover. And just a quick look at the instructions that came with. They're pretty basic. This shows how to mount it into your outlet box, but we're not doing that. We're going to tie this into a little solar system here outside that we've got going, and I'll show you how I did that. It also gives you the step-by-step how to toggle through your various settings that you might want. We'll go through that a little bit more at night when it's more visible of how that works. Pretty basic manual though, just 3 pages. And here you can see the one the other one that it came with in that 2-pack. I do have it mounted. This is and it just went off because it's trying to cycle through what mode you want it to be in. But like I said, we need it to be dark to make it work the way we want it to. So this is just kind of going through its test. And what I've done for my purposes is I've tied in, instead of hardwiring it to you know, inside the wall, because I don't know where I want these things for sure yet. I want to test them to see exactly how they work before I would hardwire it. So I've got this tied into 12-foot lamp cord with a manual switch. And I think this is going to be a pretty good area for it. Do a lot of sitting down right here. Might be good for nighttime. And here, 12-foot lamp cord with a manual switch, so I can use this as my on and off, and also to set whatever mode I might want to be in. Couldn't have been easier to put in, by the way. Just super easy. Took me just a few minutes. And oh shoot, there. Now you can see that red light flashing. That is the motion sensor. And it's still trying to run through a little test. But we'll get that all dialed in this evening and I'll show you how it works. Okay. Super easy installation. Just running this off of a little that 300 watt Best Tech inverter and a couple of batteries out here. Right here's I did a review on this inverter a long time ago. It just takes a beating. 300 watts. Use it out here on the porch quite a bit for charging equipment, you know, phones, tablets, and whatnot if I'm sitting out here. And that's what we've got running the light right now, tied into the old Trojans. They're still doing good. The last of my lead acid collection. They're not going to wear out anytime soon. I hardly use them at all anymore, but they're always out here. And I think that's going to be a great little place for it. Really do. Looking forward to the nightfall. See how it does. Okay, back in a little while. Got a few hours of sunlight to get rid of first. And that Best Tech just plugs in there. It's got a small 10 amp fuse in there. About all I need for out here. Works just absolutely perfect. That thing's a beast. Okay, we'll come back this evening and run this through its various modes and see how it lights the place up. Okay, welcome back. Well, as you can see, it's dark, and as you can hear, the frogs are out. So, luckily I know where I'm walking, and I've got that light set to where it should detect my motion when I get near it. And here we go. Luckily I do know where to walk. And right there, you saw the light kick on as I was coming down the deck. And there it is. You can see the red light flashing. That's detecting my motion. And this light will stay on. I'll give you a little light of what that thing looks like. And the light will stay on for 2 minutes after that detection goes off. That little red light you saw, when it stops detecting motion, it starts a 2-minute timer, and I'll move my hand right there, moved it a little bit. It picked that motion up. So it's going to stay on. So if you had this, like, you know, outside your front door and you needed it to get your keys out as you approach your house, this would be perfect for something like that. In your garage, I can see a lot of different applications. Even using this remotely, since it is waterproof, would be pretty cool. You know, you could take a little battery out into the woods, wherever you live, far away from your electricity, and set this thing up remotely. And I could see some purposes for that, whether you had a gate out in a rural area or something along those lines. That could be useful too. Yeah. So, and then there I just backed up just a little bit. It picked up that motion. So that'll stay on, and it's a pretty nice light. I've just got a 6-watt LED in there. That's an equivalent to 60 watts, they say, but the manufacturer does recommend using that dimmable LED, which this is not. And on the other settings, though, it does dim it down to that 35%. Even on the non-dimmable, there is a slight flicker in the light when you use a non-dimmable, when it goes down to that 35%. And then when it goes up to the 100%, it's absolutely fine. So I'll get some of those dimmable lights I'm going to do a follow-up review when I find out where to put the other light. I've got a couple of ideas and I'll show you guys what I come up with on that. But yeah, I like this light. I think it's going to be perfect for out here, little sitting area out here on the lanai. Listening to the frogs. Alright everybody, hope you enjoyed this little review. I won't wait 2 minutes to show you that it turns off, but take my word for it. 2 minutes after that red light quits seeing me move, it does go off. You can program it. It's just 2 toggle switches on your switch to run through the settings. I like this one in case I walk out here at night. It just comes on. If I want to leave it on, toggle that switch a couple of times, or actually one time to leave it on for permanent in case you just wanted to leave it out for a sitting area like this. Other than that, I just coming in, if you come in at night, whatever. Yeah, you get the idea. All right. Aloha.